competencies, and impact. Every Toastmasters here embodies this truth. Growth begins the moment we dare to speak when silence feels safer, to lead when doubt appears, and to serve with commitment. Leadership in Toastmasters is not about titles, but about influence and impact. Our outgoing leaders push the boundary of performance through dedication and service. Our incoming leaders are now called to transform that performance to excellence by raising standards and inspiring by example. Many Toastmaster clubs demonstrate that boundary waiver of confidence, experience, or circumstance are not walls, but bridges. Bridges that lead us to become the better communicators, stronger leaders, and more accomplished individuals. As you begin this new term, I invite each of you to reflect on this simple yet powerful question. What boundary will I cross today to move from performance to excellence? Congratulations to the outgoing team, best wishes to the incoming leaders, and continuous excellence to Merit Toastmaster Club. Over to you, DTM Abayomi.
Thank you most graciously, DD. Immense thanks to you for that inspiring, encouraging, as well as challenging goodwill message. Very many thanks to you. Before I continue my next duty, can the Zoom master confirm if we have our special guests of honor on the call now? Or can anybody confirm that? The last time I checked, I didn't see.
No,
it's just
not like that.
No, okay. In that case, if you agree, and also if the Toastmaster of the day agrees, I will skip that introduction for now and go on and introduce the Toastmaster. And whenever we have a special guest of honor, the Toastmaster will see to it that we can take the segment that involves my introduction of him and his speech. Do we agree with that, Toastmaster of the day?
Absolutely, sir.
Thank you very much. So my next duty is to introduce the one who will be in the driver's seat, the captain of the ship for this event, the one who will be piloting the craft. In common parlance, you call such a person a master of ceremonies. However, in Toastmasters, we call such a person the Toastmaster of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, our Toastmaster of the day is none other than Craig O. Esobode, an English doctor, certified global English teacher, communication coach, and author of the book, Elevate Your Expressions. He has helped clients of all ages build confidence and eloquence. Craig graduated with distinction as the best English student at the FRCN Training School 2009 and also 2016. And indeed, he serves as a trustee of the Association of Diction Coaches of Nigeria. As the icing on the cake, Toastmaster Craig Esowode is a past president of Merit Toastmasters Club, as well as the 2021 District 94 Speech Evaluation Champion. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I invite you to please join me in welcoming the English doctor, a champion, Craig O. Esowode, to the virtual podium.
Our father and mentor, we cannot be great to be grateful, but we have to be grateful to be great. As a consequence, please accept my heartfelt gratitude for the candor and eloquence of your introductory remarks. My most distinguished colleagues and our revered guests, the Change of God ceremony is deeply steeped in the rich tapestry of historical significance. It symbolizes continuity. It symbolizes excellence. It symbolizes passing of the torch. It symbolizes the transfer of leadership. It is therefore an exceptional annual occasion in the system of Toastmasters. It is of paramount significance for our guests to recognize that Toastmasters came into existence in 1924, and it is dedicated to the communication and leadership and public speaking skills development of its members across the length and breadth of the world. Before we segue into other aspects of the agenda, I encourage you, my friends, shut your door, turn on your video if you can, remove all distractions. The experience is going to be worthwhile for you. We're going to listen to a keynote speech, a humorous speech, a poetry performance, and others. And feel free to use the chat area, share your comments and your thoughts there as well. Okie dokie then. First, we're going to listen to a poetry performance, and it's going to be delivered by a lady of substance. She's 12. I have known her since 2021 as a studious student of English and of communication in a general sense. Her recreations are reading and writing and cycling. Please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Michelle Udo to present a poem entitled Beyond Boundaries. Michelle Udo.
Most kind for your introduction, Mr. Toastmaster. Beyond boundaries. In a world unseen, where shadows play, with words impeccable, crafted art, it captures minds and enlightens the hearts. Few chapters deep, their spirit soars, unlocking truth behind closed doors. A world enchanting, where dreams are found, beyond boundaries, with miraculous journeys. A tapestry of entrancing thoughts, scintillating, beyond the path of endless worlds. Speaks of heights we long to reach, a quest for the mind left to keep. In every line, a new path is found, to beyond boundaries, explicit and detailed, an endless echo, clear and bright, leading souls towards the light, beyond boundaries. Thank you for listening. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Okie dokie then. Ladies and gentlemen, let's encourage or appreciate her. Let's celebrate her for her intestinal fortitude. It's not a walk in the park to speak to an audience, is it? Give her your emoticons and type something in the chat area to celebrate and encourage her for her courage or intestinal fortitude. Michelle, thank you most kindly. An endless echo, clear and bright, leading souls towards the light, beyond boundaries. Present and past leaders of our clubs and areas and divisions and districts and regions and the headquarters of Toastmasters International. At this juncture of the proceedings, I am going to introduce or invite to the spotlight the lady of substance who is going to orchestrate the evaluation segment of the experience. A meeting without an evaluation in the Toastmasters parlance is akin to a ship without a compass. Our chief evaluator, my most distinguished colleagues, and our revered esteemed guests joined Toastmasters in 2007. She is a past president of our club and Tutors and Trainers Toastmasters Club. She deals in medical devices, and her favorite, best liked quote is, "Knowledge is power," by Sir Francis Bacon. My friends, please welcome with me, with a resounding round of applause, our chief evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Rashidat Saliu Bello.
Thank you, English doctor, Toastmaster Craig Asowode. Ladies and gentlemen, Toastmasters and friends. Of course, I recognize the presence of our district director and a charter president and all the big wigs in our gathering today. Ladies and gentlemen, today is special. Like the TMOD said, that's the Toastmaster of the day. What is a Toastmasters meeting without evaluation? This is where we get the feedback that we all crave, because it is with feedback that we get to be what we want to be, masters of the game. So today, I am serving as your general evaluator or chief evaluator, whatever you choose to call it. What will I be doing? I have been given the liberty. I have been given the license, so to speak, to come up here and tell us what we have done well and what we could improve upon. Meaning, I will be offering commendation, I'll be offering recommendation in all aspects of today's meeting and change of guard ceremony. But I must be a superhuman being to want to do all of that alone. I won't be doing that alone. I have a beautiful team, specially put together for today's occasion, and I'll be introducing members of my team to you this morning. They will be handling various aspects of today's meeting. Ladies and gentlemen, therefore, if you'd care to fasten your seatbelts, sit back, and let me introduce members of my team to you without taking much time. The first member of my team I shall be introducing to you, fellow Toastmasters, cherished guest on the wall, is the timekeeper. Are you wondering what we need a timekeeper for? I should let us know that there's a lot of wisdom in being able to convey any crucial message within the time allotted. For that reason, therefore, and for the fact that we cherish your time and we value your time as much as you do, I'm introducing to you one actuary who also has served as a programs quality director in an area. And by the way, he is a serving club president of Seaside Toastmasters Club. It is my privilege to invite to the podium, this virtual podium this morning, Toastmaster Kudus Adebayo, to articulate how he shall today translate timekeeping assignments to meaningful impact for us all. Toastmaster Kudus, please take charge of the virtual lectern right away.
Thank you very much, the Chief Evaluator, for that warm introduction. Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. Time is often seen as a barrier. Too little of it, we feel constrained. Too much of it, then we lose focus and we can be here forever. But today, I will be your guide to ensure we make judicious use of our time. To do my work, I'm going to time every segment of today's meeting. You may have seen that my background has been changing from green, yellow to red since the beginning of today's meeting. And that is how I am going to time us today. We have a speech coming off of that's supposed to spend 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, which is the minimum time that is allotted for that speech, I am going to show the green card. At 6 minutes, you will see the yellow card. And at 7 minutes, you will see the red card. Once you see the red card, you have 30 seconds to conclude. There is going to be a change of guard. For the change of guard, it's supposed to go for 8 to 10 minutes. At 8 minutes, I will show the green card. At 9, the yellow card. And at 10, I will show the red card. For the keynote speech, that is supposed to go for 5 to 7 minutes. At 5, I will show the green card. At 6, the yellow. And at 7 minutes, I will show the red card. For evaluation, that is supposed to be 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will show the green. At 2 minutes, 30 seconds, I will show the yellow. And at 3 minutes, I will show the red card. For every other part of today's meeting that I've not mentioned, please, if you will be playing any role, look at the agenda for the time that you're supposed to spend, because you will be seeing my card. At the end of today's meeting, I'm going to come back once I'm being beckoned upon by the chief evaluator to give a report of how we have fared with timing today. Thank you very much. See you again. And it's over to you, the chief evaluator.
Wow. Presidential timekeeping by the actuary himself. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not joking. Your time means a lot. The next member of my team, ladies and gentlemen, cherished guests, Toastmasters, friends, our language evaluator, Toastmaster Fane Sweener, who is a polyglot. Most interesting. In fact, what I find most interesting about this lady is how she won the speech evaluation contest not too long after joining Toastmasters International. And let me fill you in on this. When she's not checking curriculum at Linguatopia, where she's the founder, she's probably reading or watching historical documentaries. Toastmaster Sweener, please grace the virtual lectern and tell us what you're going to be doing today.
Thank you most graciously. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Awesome. Fantastic. Thank you most graciously, DTM Rashidat, for that very interesting introduction. My role this morning or night for those of us, well, it's still morning because I know it's about 3 o'clock or 4 a.m. in Canada. My role this morning is to evaluate how well we use our language. And so I will be looking out for interesting quotes. I'll be checking for your grammar, your pronunciation of words. And I will also be introducing to you the word of the day.
You're muted, Toastmaster Fane Sweener. Toastmaster Fane Sweener.
Apologies. Apologies. I was trying to scroll to see the screen.
Okay.
I would also be introducing the word of the day. If that could be displayed on the screen, thank you very much, Toastmaster Abayomi. The word of the day, now don't let this fool you, it's not what you think. The word of the day is pronounced in trance, in trance. And in trance means to fill someone with wonder and delight, to enchant by holding their entire attention. I hope that I'm entrancing you all with my introduction. Derivative forms are entrancement, which is the noun, entrancing, which is the adjective, and entrancingly is the adverb. An example, Toastmaster Craig was entranced by the city's beauty. Another example is, last Friday, she entranced the audience with her sonorous singing. I will be back to give you all my evaluation of how well you did. And if I do mention your name, please take it in good faith. We're all here to enrich our vocabulary as leaders in Toastmasters. Over to you, DTM Rashida.
Thank you. Already, I find your introduction entrancing. Language evaluator. And I can guarantee that we all shall be entranced by the sheer multitude of skills that are bound here this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, for this lady Online shoppers in our space know her as Mommy J. And if you are searching for a passionate Toastmaster, look no further. She's sure to entrance you with our dedication and commitment to the Toastmasters cause. Please join me in receiving the serial entrepreneur who is the current director, Area 14 Division D of our District 130. Toastmaster Josephine Agolo as our counter. Please, let's know what you're doing.
Thank you, most graciously, our general evaluator for today, the very distinguished Toastmaster Rashidat Saliu Bello, for the warmth of your introduction. Jolly good morning, jolly good afternoon, jolly good evening, wherever you are joining us from. Fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests on the call, and honored guests. As we mark this change of guard ceremony, it's my pleasure to serve you today and to do so in an entrancing way as your counter for this event. Today's theme, Beyond Boundaries, invites us to stretch past our limits, whether in storytelling, speaking skills, or our comfort zone. In the presence of so many distinguished Toastmasters, we are reminded of the power of polished, powerful communication. As your counter for today, I will carry out this role in a manner that creates and preserves a strong entrance in each speaker's message. I'll listen carefully for those sounds interrupt the natural flow of a speech and momentarily pull the audience away from the speaker's idea. Specifically, I will be listening for the R, the connecting sounds such as, you know, so, well, repeated words or phrases, and any other verbal distractions that may pull the speech back instead of pushing it beyond boundaries. At the end of the meeting, I'll present a brief report highlighting this moment, not as criticisms, but as an opportunity for growth, refinement, and continued excellence as we step beyond the boundaries of old habits. As we pass the torch of the change of God, let us also renew our commitments to communication, where every word has purpose and every pause is intentional. Together, let's create an entrance into communication that is smooth, powerful, and truly breaking boundaries. Thank you once again. I look forward to listening to all of you, and it's back to you, our adorable, affable, and amiable, the chief evaluator, the very distinguished Toastmaster Rashida Saliu Bello.
Oh dear. Ladies and gentlemen, that was our counter telling us that you are more believable and more credible when you are able to speak flawlessly and without crutches. I'm going to introduce to you someone you'd love to meet. When you get somebody who stays up all night while others are sleeping just to attend a Toastmasters event, this person, I can tell you, a distinguished Toastmaster, never a dull moment with Toastmaster Lee, whose home club is Manhasset Port Washington Toastmasters Club in New York, United States of America. Now, join the dots. He is a casino expert who loves to entrance with karaoke singing and searching for the world's finest Asian martini. Toastmaster David Lee, how will you carry out your role today as quiz master? Over to you, Toastmaster Lee.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Fellow Toastmasters, do you know that my role is to surprise you? I hope you will be surprised as I test your listening skills, I test your memory, and I test your speed to type into the chat your answer or speak out loud. I will be monitoring what is spoken in the key points of today's meeting as we surprise you with the entrance of all the questions that we have time for and that we are to remember during this meeting. There will be a test at the end of this meeting through the quiz or the radar, however you call it. The highlights of today's meeting will be tested. Your knowledge and speed and your listening skills are going to be rated. Back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Wow. Knowledge, speed, skills in listening will be tested by Toastmaster Lee. I enjoin all of us to listen carefully, otherwise it'll pick you out. And well, I don't know what he's going to do with you. Ladies and gentlemen, members of my team, you've seen them, men of distinguished skills, trying and already set to entrance you with their skills this morning. Please enjoy today's event as much as you can. I am already set to do that. And it's back to the Toastmaster of the day, English doctor himself, Toastmaster Craig Asawadi.
Thank you most kindly. In the spirit of stretching beyond boundaries, I would love to remark that I was entranced by your charisma and eloquence. Indeed, you are the worthy brain to stand behind the engine of the evaluation segment of this auspicious entrancing ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, I joined Toastmasters in 2017, and immediately Merit assigned me to a mentor. She's here today. She was the person who taught me that, Craig, when you are speaking, it is useful to punctuate your sentences. Sometimes in your speaking with ladies and gentlemen. I learned that speaking technique from her. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished Toastmaster Duni Olachinho is present here today. She's a magnet of motivation, a gardener of potential, and a sculptor of people. Ma'am, we acknowledge and recognize your presence here today. In a similar fashion, I would love to acknowledge and recognize the presence of our division director, distinguished Toastmaster Abubakar Gimbar, and one of our past division directors, distinguished Toastmaster Kubi Oyanga. Our district director, distinguished Toastmaster Stephen. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to listen to a humorous speech. Are you ready? Give me the thumbs up if you're ready for that, or type a Y in the chat channel if you're ready to listen to the humorous speech that will be delivered by an area level champion, the Area 17 incumbent humorous speech contest champion. By the way, our club came into existence on the 14th of May, 2012, and it belongs to Area 17. Our speaker for today is solution operational challenges and achieve sustainable growth. Ladies and gentlemen, with a speech entitled ERP versus marriage proposal. ERP versus marriage proposal. Please welcome Toastmaster Shankar Naidu.
Thank you, English doctor. Thank you so much. Am I audible?
Of course.
Yes, we can hear you.
Good afternoon from India. Good morning to everybody in Nigeria and all other countries, people who have joined us. Thank you so much for this fantastic opportunity. I just said it. Okay. Today I want to talk about ERP versus marriage proposals. Yes. So back in my town, let me take you back in my town in India. It's not like, one person. It's not one person's decision. It's a community project where people join together. My mom, my aunt, my uncle, even the vegetable seller near my house. He is also a partaker in this. They give suggestions, they give ideas how the marriage is going to. As I said, I deal into ERP. I provide demos. My mom made me a demo. This is my son, Shankar. He's 5'11. He's dark. He's tall. He's handsome. He's looking for a bride. He's looking for a girl. Please spread the word. I was a mobile billboard. Wherever I went, wherever I went, my mom used to stand. We are looking for a girl for him. We're looking for a girl for him. Oh my God. I used to feel like I'm in some big boss challenge, big bosses competition. That favorite TV series where there is a camera, where people start watching, and one guy from that commentator's room, he starts talking. Okay. I used to feel like that, exactly like that, when I was going to any marriage or public functions. Why? Aunties used to surround me. All I was in the center. I was entranced by their, way of saying, you should look this girl. This is the way how you should look. I have so girl. And I used to sit and look. Oh my God, how many more girls am I supposed to look? It doesn't even stop there. Let me tell you, it doesn't at all stop there. When you call somebody, you say good morning, hello, how are you? My mom, when she started calling me, okay, she used to call me. You know what? You know Suresh? Mom, who Suresh? You don't know Suresh? No, mom, who Suresh? Your distant cousin. The cousin whom I don't even remember, whom I don't even recollect. Guess what? Did you guess? No? He has got married. Oh, when are you getting married? Not even that. Suresh's dog? Yes. That also got married. I said, Mom, when are you getting married? Ladies and gentlemen, the pressure, you know, that they create for this marriage. Oh my God. It's tremendous. Let me tell you, it's tremendous. Even social media, even social media is not safe for bachelors nowadays. You know how? I'll tell you. A very good incident, a fantastic incident that happened with me. It was a fine Sunday. I was sitting, relaxing in my room, chill AC with a little bit beer. Okay. And I was having a very fantastic, you know, lunch. I put a photo. I put a photo onto the Facebook. And suddenly, let me tell you, suddenly, some creepy auntie, my mom's friend, whom I have not even known, she is a part of my Facebook friends list. Yes, she's a part of my Facebook friends list. And she suddenly says, good, now find a girl. I said, Auntie, that is jollof rice. Oh, see, oh, that's a Nigerian dish. What is your problem with that? Find a Nigerian girl whom you can marry and eat jollof rice. I said, Auntie, why? Why, na? No, no, no. When are you getting married? Again. Sometimes I feel from the bottom of my heart, if anybody asks me this question, when are you getting married? I'm going to get married this Friday evening at 6 p.m. and you're not invited. Sorry, you're not invited. It's my marriage. Let me find the girl. Let me leave. Uh-huh. No, 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 no. You cannot. You cannot. Let me give you a quick example, a comparison between ERPs and marriage proposals. Okay. In ERP, the customer gives the requirement. I need so ERP. This is the modules which I need. In marriage proposals, my mom, my auntie, my neighbor, everybody will give you should this girl, she should be like this. This is how she should be, God fearing, etc., etc. Okay. In ERP, we will do UAT, user acceptance test. Okay. In marriage proposal, the girl will see and reject the guy. Okay. There is no scope of testing over here. Don't get me wrong. There's no scope of testing at all. Okay. It's only rejection that is going to be possible. And here in ERP, there is something called as go live, where the customer will check everything. Here you can't check. You just have to accept all bugs with warranty. Without warranty has to be accepted by you. And go live is on your marriage wedding day. That's when you're going live. Okay. So that is the kind of pressure that they put on into the marriage proposals. Trust me. If somebody asks me, how should my marriage proposal be? I would always say it should be like a Toastmasters meeting where you do not know how you start, but people enjoy, people support you, and they take you cheerfully to the next level. With that, I thank you so much. Back to Tia Modi. Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity.
All right, thanks a lot, Toastmaster Shankar Naidu, for such a humorous speech. If you reveled in that delivery, you can type a word in the chat channel. Use one adjective to describe that entrancing speech. You can use the word of the day, entrancing. Please go to the chat area right now and use a word, an adjective to describe that entrancing humorous speech. Wow, entrancing. Thank you most kindly. All right, Itiema Bayomi, Razak Odejai. Whoa, I can see a flurry of messages now in the chat channel or the chat area. Thank you most graciously for your comments. Now, turn on your videos. Let's take a group photograph.
Yeah.
I am ready. Toastmaster Abayomi, Toastmaster Ayobami Atolagbe, I hope you're ready as well to take the photograph.
Of course I am. As I believe once we have this picture, it will give us an entrancing experience. For those that know me, and if you don't, you're welcome, because this picture, once you have it, it will give you access to that next project. So if you want that next project and that next contract, please turn on your camera, because this is a miracle section for me and it works. Don't doubt it, it works. So please, I'm going to count down from 10 to 0. And if you can, I would love to see your beautiful and handsome faces. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.5, 3, 2.5, 2, 1.5, 1. Come on, smile. Just picture as if somebody gave you like ₦1 billion right now. For those in Canada and in India, picture something like
in crypto.
5 crore. All right, and I'm gonna take the picture. Just keep that smile coming. Keep that smile coming. Keep that smile coming. If you're driving, please Keep your hands on the steering. And if you can park the car, please do so, but don't leave the steering. And for the last time, give me that powerful smile one more time.
Right.
Thank you so much. And that is it. Back to you, the tier body.
Interesting.
Right, thank you most ingeniously, Toastmaster Ayobami Atolagbe, for that. We recognize excellence in the Toastmasters world. It is one of the 4 cardinal values of Toastmasters International. And as a result of that, right now we are going to delve into the awards presentation segments. It is going to be entrancing, and it will be moderated by an entrancing woman. She's our mother and mentor here at Merit Toastmasters Club. She's a past president of our club. She's a seasoned entrepreneur. Moreover, she's a health and wellness consultant. And in point of fact, she's the manager of Healthville Medical Consultants. She became a member of Toastmasters in 2012. Ladies and gentlemen, this segment will last for 10 to 12 minutes. Welcome our mother and mentor, distinguished Toastmaster Monisola Ayeshimoju, in the spirit of going beyond boundaries.
Thank you very much. The Toastmaster of the day, our club champion, and an English doctor. Toastmasters and our distinguished guests. Recognition is not a scarce resource. You can't use it up or run out of it, said Susan Hitfield. Recognition could be the greatest motivator. In Toastmasters, recognition is a big deal at all levels. It's a way to appreciate members' efforts, achievements, and contributions. During the last mandate, some members went beyond boundaries in their roles and are to be given awards today, which we hope will entrance them. Let us go to the first award. The Steadfast Support Award goes to Ayobami Atolagbe for always joyfully stepping into club roles as needed and adding value to club meetings. Congratulations, Toastmaster Ayobami Atolagbe. We now move on to the next award. Spotlight Award goes to Toastmaster Funmi Omo Omotosho. She was awarded by Toastmasters International 3 pathway levels during the 2024-25 mandate. Congratulations, Toastmaster Fumi Omotosho. We now move on to the next award. Service with Passion Award goes to Toastmaster Victoria Shomade. She worked with admirable passion to get new members to join the club even in a financial difficult time. Congratulations, Toastmaster Victoria Shomade. We move on to the next award. True Grit Award goes to Toastmaster Ebun Dalmilda. She demonstrated resilience by reaching out to members to fill meeting roles despite the challenges. Congratulations, Toastmaster Ebun Dalmilda. Let us move on to the next. Meritorious Performance in the Office Award goes to Toastmaster Rasak Odejayi. As president of the club, he was highly inspirational, diligent, and supportive of the executive committee officers. Congratulations, Toastmaster Rasak Odejayi. We move on to the next award. Leadership Excellence Award goes to Toastmaster Fumi Omotosho. As chair, she successfully led the 23-24 to 24-25 Change of Guards Committee with experience and professionalism. Congratulations, Toastmaster Fumi Omotosho. We thank you all awardees for enabling our club to remain distinguished and meritorious for going beyond boundaries. You are an inspiration to us all. Keep soaring, keep inspiring, and motivating to limitless heights. Let us give them another round of applause. Thank you, the Toastmaster.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Congratulations to all of the awardees. Keep soaring and reaching beyond boundaries. Thank you most kindly, our mother and mentor, distinguished Toastmaster Monisola Ayeshimoju, for anchoring that segment with charisma and excellence. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to listen to the keynote speech right now. It's going to last for 5 to 7 minutes. Let's have his profile, our AV team. This speech would be delivered by a gentleman. He's a certified facilitator. He holds certifications in behavioral science for change management and behavioral design fundamentals. He's the entrancing co-founder of Complete Presenter, a venture focused on improving presentation skills. His best loved quote is, "If I cannot be the sun that shines upon the earth, I can still be the lamp and light up my street." Please welcome Toastmaster Sabyasachi Sengupta, the 2025 Toastmasters World Champion of Public Speaking, to deliver the keynote address.
Welcome to the Change of Guard event. I think this is already turning out to be a great event, and I think everyone who is part of this event can feel the energy, the good energy, and is looking forward, and they're looking forward to a great event. My name is Sabyasachi. I am the current world champion of public speaking 2025 for my speech Just Not. If you haven't seen the speech, please see it. I would have loved to join today. Unfortunately, I'm traveling. That's why I'm sending this pre-recorded video, because I also wanted to be part of the celebration and see all of you smile. So if you do like what I'm going to say, do drop me a message on LinkedIn. Love to hear your thoughts as well. I wanted to share one thing that has helped me tremendously in my journey in World Championship. You see, on 1st July, when I got the email that I made it to the semi-finals, it was the best and the most nerve-wracking moment. Best because I am about to live the biggest dream of my life. I am going to be in the semi-finals of World Championship, something I've dreamt since 12, 15 years now. And at the same time, I was dreading what will happen? What does it take? What can I do? It was all nerve-wracking. There were so many times I felt like writing an email to Toastmasters International and telling them, listen, I don't want to be part of it. Now, I've spoken at several places about detachment and how detaching from the outcome can really help. But today I wanted to talk about having the right people in your life and how that helps you focus in the competition. You see, I got an advice from Cyril Dim to have 3 kinds of people in this period. One is a mentor who can help me with my speech preparation and focus on that. The second one was who can take care of the logistics and the flights and everything. And trust me, that's also quite a hassle sometimes. And the third one was having someone for emotional support. Now, initially I thought, I don't need someone for emotional support. I'm good enough. I'm strong enough. But as we got closer to the date, I realized it is a very, very important thing. Because even though we are at the peak of what we are doing, every now and then we will be attacked by self-doubts and moments when we think, I don't deserve to be here. I want to run away. I don't need to be, I can't do this. I'm not worthy of it. Luckily, I had my club president, Naomi, who was there to thick and thin. From the day of the results, she used to write me every morning a message that how good I am. I'm ready for the finals. And at the same time, she came with me to Philadelphia to support me. That's the beauty of emotional support. And I think it really showed me that without a team, without that support, we cannot go further. Now, Toastmasters, we have always found mentors. We have found peers who can help, but we often don't talk about this emotional support system. And that is something I realize in this journey, how crucial and important it is. So I will encourage each one of you to find that person in your life that can give you emotional support when you are going through this big transition or competition or through a storm in your life. That asking for emotional support doesn't make you weak, it makes you strong, because in moments of vulnerability you have someone who reminds you of your strengths. I can tell you one instance. On the day before the finals, we were 8 contestants, and in the room about to the briefing was done, we saw Mark Brown, the world champion, I think 1995. He entered the room. We were all like, wow, Mark Brown. And he said, all the best, and just for you guys to know, all the previous year world champions sit on the front row. That was kind of nerve-wracking thing to hear, like, previous year champ sitting in the front row. Hoo, hoo, hoo. But here's the thing. He said, we are not sitting in the front row to judge you or give you points. We are here to support you. At any point you think your energy is going down, or that you're not getting the reaction from the audience, or something is going wrong, look at us. We're in the front row. We will warm up the room. We will do something that gets the crowd going. We are here to help you. We will give you that energy. I was just blown away. Can you imagine having the previous year world champion sitting there to support you while you give your final speech? That was yet another validation point for me, to know that whatever we want to achieve in our lives, we need that emotional support. Without that anchor, it is very, very difficult. So find those people in your life who are willing and are giving you that emotional support. Reach out to them, tell them a big thank you today, and be that emotional support to someone who is in that journey. I wish you all the best. Also to the leadership team who are taking over, if you need emotional support, please find your group, and if I'm the one, also feel free to reach out. Wish you all the best, and looking forward to hearing from all of you. Remember, teamwork makes dream work. Thank you.
Teamwork makes the dream work. And crucially, I learned from that keynote address or speech that we need to find someone who will give us that emotional support, someone who will remind us of our strength when we are going through a storm. And those words of wisdom, in my perspective, were entrancing or entrancingly poignant. I have been informed that our special guest of honor is in the room at the moment, and as a result of that, in the spirit of reaching beyond boundaries, I would love to re-invite our father and mentor to introduce him to share his goodwill message with all of us. Our father and mentor, please, distinguished Toastmaster Abayomi Ayeshimoju.
Thank you. Let me thank you very much, the Toastmaster of the day. I am delighted to have the singular honor and delight to introduce our special guest of honor at this event. He is a household name in Toastmasters, and none other than distinguished Toastmaster Alraj Arunasalam, who was the international president of Toastmasters 2017 to 2018. In fact, it was under his leadership that District 94 became recognized as a full district. He joined Toastmasters in 1989 when he became president of Colombo Club in Sri Lanka. There were only 3 clubs in the country. But then, with his tireless leadership and work along with other Toastmasters. 15 years later, the number of clubs had grown to a whopping 120. Distinguished Toastmaster Barrage is a Toastmaster at heart, an embodiment of Toastmasters. A Toastmaster indeed, a people-first leader, a philanthropist, a businessman, and a great mentor to many, one who infuses Toastmasters into all that he does. Some of you may know, and some may not know, that he was the one who first saw something in the 2014 world champion of public speaking, who was referred to in the speech by that champion that won him the championship. He saw something in me, he told us. And today, who knows? He may see something in you. And so with all respect and joy, let us welcome our special guest of honor to the virtual lecture, distinguished Toastmaster, Haruna Salam.
Thank you, Dr. Abayomi, one of my most respected Toastmasters in my journey, whom I have met many times at conventions, and I am indeed humbled by the fact that he introduced me. When I joined the Colombo Toastmasters Club, we were just one club for 12 to 13 years. And I was a club officer for 12 years, enjoying every bit of my home club. But when I became a president in 2002, when I finished almost in the tail end of the presidency, one of my mentors who was not a Toastmaster said, "You need to get out of your club. If you really want to make Toastmasters spread in this country, you need to get out of your club and just step outside beyond the boundaries. If you want to grow and if you want the movement to grow." It looked so profound, but it was not easy. But the rest is history. We had 3 clubs in Sri Lanka, 7 clubs in India, which has today become close to 1,500 or more clubs. Ultimately, it all depends on how are we ready to stretch out and move out of our comfort zone and go beyond the boundaries for our growth and for others' growth. It is there that I met the world champion Dhananjay Etiarachi as a raw 19-year-old rebelled, troubled boy, who eventually, after 11 years, I just said, "I see something in you, but I don't know what it is. You keep coming to this club, we'll find that out." Ultimately, he made "I See Something in You" as a topic title and won the World Championship of Public Speaking in the year that I also with much humility, who was able to become the second vice president of the organization on the same day. So all the international world who did not know where Sri Lanka was, on that day, the only thing they asked is, what happened to Sri Lanka that they could make this difference? So I urge each and every one of you, while you grow, because the bedrock of the Toastmasters program is our home club. So with all humility that I urge you, with that philosophy, please step outside, stretch yourself beyond the boundaries, because you never know what's in it for you and what's in it for the world at large. I never knew, and I did not join Toastmasters to become the international president. I became one because I was able to stretch out. Please stretch out, enjoy the journey, irrespective of the desired destination. And God willing, you will become the leader and the person you're meant to be in life. Wish you all the best.
Thank you very much. Our past international president, for your very encouraging, very inspiring, very heartwarming, and very motivated speech to us. We are highly honored to have you address us today. And I would like to, at this stage, hand over back to the Toastmaster of the day to continue with the program. Thank you very much.
Right, Father Amento, thank you most kindly for that. And I would like to thank our special guest of honor as well, distinguished Toastmaster Baraj, for your inspirational words of wisdom. You said we should stretch out, enjoy the journey. You said we should stretch ourselves beyond the boundaries for our growth and for the growth of others. Many thanks once again for your strokes of insights and words of wisdom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to move like a mighty stream into the installation ceremony, and it's going to last for 8 to 10 minutes. The installation ceremony will be facilitated by our incumbent division director. He's a member of Lighthouse Prestige Toastmasters Club. His occupation, he is a project manager. He has served in myriad leadership capacities within the territory of Toastmasters. He loves to eat and sleep. My fellow citizens of the world, distinguished Toastmaster Abubakar Gimba, to facilitate the installation ceremony.
Thank you so much,
Mr.
Mr.
Zuma's Division
Toastmaster of the
Director.
Day. I would just like to confirm if I am visible as well as audible.
Absolutely.
Loud and clear.
Thank you so much. Thank you for that warm introduction. I know a lot of us here, there's no shame in loving to eat and sleep. A lot of us here would like to do that, a little bit more of that. So I am trying to lead the way. So next time somebody asks you what your hobby is, tell them that I love eating, I love food. And after eating, what's next? I love to sleep. All right, so thank you so much for that. I would like to recognize the presence of the District Director, distinguished Mr. Stefan Nzezu, my boss. Past District Director, Charter President, distinguished Mr. Abayomi Ayeshimoju. We also have past district director Kubi Uyanga in the house. We have club leaders, we have area directors, as well as the virtual 2025 world champion of public speaking. Today marks a very meaningful transition. It's a moment for us to appreciate the service of our outgoing officers, as well as to formally welcome those stepping into leadership. You see, I always refer to leadership in Toastmasters as the upgrade, because what happens when you join and then you find your voice and then you become more confident and then you love the stage and then you're no longer shy. The next thing is to start leading yourself and then you start leading others. It's something that is inevitable. Once you find confidence and you find your voice and you can communicate clearly, leadership is an inevitability. And so Toastmasters gives us that platform to do it seamlessly and for as consistently as we would like to. And so today, if we recognize that Toastmasters is about service, every handover means it's a renewal of our commitment to grow and excel. So I would like to formally begin the installation of the club officers. I would like the Sergeant at Arms to please help us spotlight the outgoing club officers so you can have them on the screen. I mean, if we were in a physical environment, we would have, just brought them out, but luckily for them, they can just sit where they are and then we get to see their picture on the screen. Perfect. Thank you so much, Mr. Sergeant at Arms. Dear outgoing club officers, thank you so much for what you have done. Thank you for improving yourselves, first of all, because that's usually what emanates into improving others. Thank you for helping Merit create that atmosphere of growth. Thank you for creating that legacy of leadership in this past mandate. You are now hereby discharged from all further duties and responsibilities as officers of Merit Toastmasters Club. Let's give them a round of applause as they lead. Thank you very much. If you cannot do the physical applause, let's have the e-applause. We will take that. We love recognition, as distinguished as Mr. Monishola Ayeshimojo just mentioned. Recognition is the next best thing. So let's recognize these officers. They have done well. A whole year of leadership in Toastmasters is not easy, I guarantee you. If you happen to have a life, which means you have to work, you have to take care of your family, you have to take care of your hobbies, and then you have to be a club officer in addition to that. That must take some sort of resilient excellence. So thank you so much. Thank you. Now, I would like us to segue straight into the installation of the new club officers. So again, in a physical meeting, I would simply just call the incoming officers to come on stage, and then we ask that they stand in front of us. But again, it's a virtual meeting, so I would please invite the Sergeant at Arms to help us bring on stage the Treasurer, the Secretary, the Vice President Public Relations, Vice President Membership, Vice President Education, and the President. Please, let's spotlight them on the screen. Perfect. For the terms of reference, the president is Toastmaster Ebunda Almeida. The vice president education is Toastmaster Ayobami Atolagbe. The vice president membership is Toastmaster Ahmed Omar. The vice president public relations is Toastmaster Angela Olua Badaru. The secretary is Toastmaster Matthew Oji. The treasurer is Toastmaster Shankar Naidu, and the sergeant arms is Toastmaster Valentine Obai, as well as the immediate past president, Toastmaster Razak Odejayi. Now, I would love to install these officers of Merit Toastmasters Club. Their collective challenge is to make this club strong and dedicated to the mission of Merit Toastmasters Club from the beginning. We've heard when the charter president said that we started quietly and slowly, but now we've grown into a community of people that love to excel in everything that they do. Now, these sort of officers are going to help us achieve that objective by creating that atmosphere for members to learn and grow, as well as improving themselves, as well as collectively improving the culture and atmosphere around Merit Toastmasters Club. As the name says, Merit, it's a meritorious club. So I would love you incoming officers to unmute your microphones, because I would love to, because there's a record here, it's a record. I want to hear you accept your responsibility so that nobody can come and say, somebody you didn't say, you said it, right? So please unmute your microphones. Let's hear you. So please, I would love you to respond. Incoming club officers, do you all understand? Thank you. That is being preemptive. Thank you so much for that. That shows proactivity, which you appreciate in Toastmasters. So thank you for accepting. So now for the other club officers that are here to accept, do you all understand the duties of your respective offices and commit to serve to the best of your ability?
Yes. Yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you. You may now unmute your microphones. I would love to invite the Sergeant at Arms once again to please share a picture of the gavel. Let's see it. Unfortunately, we don't have a physical one now, but a picture should do, since it's a virtual club of change of guard. Perfect. Perfect. Mr. Sergeant at Arms, you are doing great. Toastmaster Ebund Almeida, Madam President, having been elected the president of Merit Toastmasters Club, you are its chief executive officer and are expected to preside at all club meetings and at all regular and special meetings of your executive committee. It is your challenge to see that this club enables its members to achieve their educational goals. It is your challenge to make sure that this collection of club officers enable members to improve themselves, become more confident speakers as well as leaders. It's also your challenge to see that your club, Merit, helps the area, division, district, region, and Toastmasters International to meet their goals. Please accept this virtual gavel as a symbol of your leadership and dedication to office. The gavel is a symbol of power and authority given to you by the membership of this club. I urge you to use it wisely and with restraint. Restraint, because it's very important to be patient as a leader. You will be challenged. It's inevitable. You are a member of your team as well as its leader. Will you, as president, accept this challenge and perform your duties to the best of your abilities? You can unmute and respond.
I accept.
Thank you very much. I was going to say this is not the time for a network failure because I can see you right there. So thank you for that. You can mute your microphone. Now, it is my utmost pleasure to declare these Toastmasters installed into the offices to which they have been elected. I mentioned their names as well as their offices. Sergeant at Arms, you can please unshare the gavel. Now, to the members of Merit Toastmasters Club, the growth and development of the Toastmasters program in Merit Toastmasters Club depends largely upon the actions of this group. On your honor as members of Toastmasters, do you pledge to individually and collectively stand by this club, live with it, and work with it throughout the coming year? Club members, you can unmute and reply.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, thank you so much. Since we are again on the virtual platform, I will ask the meeting Sergeant at Arms to share images of the president as well as the president's pin. The newly installed club officer and immediate past president would have joined me physically, but since it's a virtual one, perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mrs. Sergeant at Arms. So, please, this gift is presented to you, Madam President, on behalf of Merit Toastmasters Club leadership, as well as the hierarchical level of leadership of Area 17, Division D, Region 11, District 130, as well as Toastmasters International. Members of Merit Toastmasters Club, visiting Toastmasters and guests, I present to you Merit Executive Committee for the 2024-2025 year. You may unmute and clap now at this point. Voila. Thank you very much. I like that the pictures are there so that I know who to catch when the membership goals are not going or when the publicity is not moving well. So thank you very much. I would love to hand control to the Toastmaster of the day at this point. Over to you, Mr. Toastmaster of the day.
Right, thank you most kindly, our division director, distinguished Toastmaster Abubakar Gimbar, for moderating that segment with excellence. Thanks to DTMRSB, in the comment section, she says, start leading yourself once you find yourself. She said, thanks for bringing us to speed on that, our division director, DTM Abubakar Gimbar. Kike Lomor, your comment says, what a profound advice. Ultimately, it all depends on how we are ready to stretch out. Your takeaway from DTM Barrage, Aruna Sam's remarks. I'm going to give you a soft copy of my book, Elevate Your Expressions, Kike Lomor, because you have been commenting thoughtfully in the chat channel. So right after the ceremony, please send me a message and you receive a soft copy of my book, Elevate Your Expressions. Thank you most kindly for that. Ladies and gentlemen, right now we're going to listen to the presidential address, and that will be delivered by the president of our club. Our district director had mentioned earlier that you need to serve with commitment and move from performance to excellence. Our club's president is a multi-skilled entrepreneur and researcher. She offers gifting and branding and event planning services. She's a certified counselor and mediator, and she's the entrancing founder of 360 Loving. Please welcome our entrancing president, Toastmaster Ebun Damelda, to deliver her presidential insights.
Thank you very kindly, our Toastmaster of the day. Please, can you confirm if I'm audible and visible?
Absolutely.
Loud and clear.
Thank you. And our distinguished Toastmasters on the call, fellow Toastmasters, and our dear friends on the call. Today, I stand before you, honored and privileged to serve as the current president of Merit Toastmasters Club. As we look ahead the next 12 months, our theme, which has been said repeatedly today, Beyond Boundaries, is more than a slogan. For me, it's a call to action to go beyond boundaries in our own lives. We all know what boundaries feel like. But think about it. Is there a physical boundary between Lagos and Ogun State? Most of the time, boundaries are usually invisible lines. Sometimes lines of self-doubt, seductive lines of our comfort zones, which many of us like to stay in. Those silent whispers at the back of our minds telling us maybe we are not good enough or we shouldn't try certain things. Those things limit us from becoming the best version of ourselves. There's a quote by T.S. Eliot which says, only those who risk going too far can possibly find how far they can go. If we are not willing to push the geography, the boundaries of our current situation, we are often going to stay right where we are. In fact, there's a quote that says, stagnation brings retrogression. So this year, as the current president, I am asking you to let us take that risk together, not alone. So let us go beyond boundaries when it comes to our culture, our communication, our leadership, and all those limiting beliefs that seek to hold us back. Because Toastmasters is not just about giving speeches. In case you do not know, it is about transformation. I can tell you quite sincerely that there is a difference, a vast difference between who I used to be, how I am today. Courtesy Toastmasters, and courtesy also the mentors we've had here at Mary Toastmasters Club. So as we begin in earnest with these amazing ESCOs that I'm privileged to serve alongside, I want to invite you to this journey. We are going to go beyond boundaries, so much so that at the end of this tenure, we will be able to tell each other and say, yes, we have emerged, or we've run fast at the other side, the better version of ourselves. Thank you very kindly. I look forward to an amazing, an exhilarating, and a transformative year together. The Toastmaster of the day.
Oh, wow. Let's give it up for our president. Wow. Toastmaster of the day. Thanks most kindly for your words. Something stood out like a colorful parrot amongst a pandemonium of pigeons. You said that Toastmasters is not all about giving speeches. It is about transformation. Entrancing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to delve into the evaluation segment right now. As such, please join me to reinvite the brain behind the engine of that particular segment. Our eloquent, our level-headed, our humble, our entrancing, distinguished Toastmaster, Rashidat Sadio Bello.
Wow, distinguished, entrancing, etc., etc. Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Craig Asawadi. How you make me feel 20 feet tall. Ladies and gentlemen, I was introducing members of my team, and you thought that was all? Certainly not. I'm going to introduce someone to you now. And this Amazon of a lady, the only double awardee that we had today, who incidentally is a coach of coaches, past president. As a matter of fact, I mean, award winning is something she does so easily. And if you have not read her book, 30 Nuggets for Self-Development, perhaps you are missing something. If asked what her favorite quote is, this delectable lady will tell you. It's by Henry Ford. Whether you think you can or you can't, you are right. Please make welcome to evaluate that speech by Toastmaster Shankar Naidu, our own dear past club president, Toastmaster Fumi Omotosha.
Thank you very much, Madam General Evaluator, for the beauty of your introduction. I felt very entranced when you introduced me with so much splendiferous affection. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to listen to the evaluation of the speech, award-winning speech, delivered by Toastmaster Shankar. A wise man, specifically the former Chancellor of Germany, Helmut Schmidt, said, "The greatest room in the world is the room for improvements." This is an award-winning speech, but it can still be improved upon. It can still be accentuated. Ladies and gentlemen, I thoroughly enjoyed the speech by Toastmaster Shankar when he started with, "Back in my town, marriage is a community decision." I love this topic because it's so relatable. We, as most of us in this room, are Africans, and we know that we have a background where marriage is a community decision. Apart from the relatability of the topic. I love it because it was so humorous. This speech is laced with so much humor. It gave me quite a chuckle when Toastmaster Shankar said, "Oh my God, how many proposals am I supposed to make?" Because his auntie, his mommy, his neighbors, everybody was, that was so beautiful. It gave me quite a chuckle. And that, apart from giving me a chuckle, that same statement is a rhetorical question. And what does a rhetorical question does to our speech? It sounds as a second voice that makes us to deliver our speech or drives the point that we are trying to make. Very well. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shankar. In terms of recommendation, I have a couple of recommendations. That is, I've loved it better when you spoke the words of your mom, if you had used character-to-character voices. You know that this is an award-winning speech. "This is my son, Sanka. He's available. He's tall. He's so handsome. He's looking for a girl." But you were using the same tone that you were using to speak. And let's be mindful of our speeches. Social media, not social media. The icing on the cake for me was how you related it to Toastmaster at the end, saying, well, in real life, what I love most is marriage is like Toastmasters because you get to hear constructive evaluations. In summation, I love the relatability, I love the humor, I love the effective body gestures. In terms of recommendation, character voices, and let's be mindful of our pronunciation. The icing on the cake is relatability to Toastmasters. Toastmaster Shankar, please keep speaking, because as Toastmasters, we are not just delivering speeches, we are changing lives. Over to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Well, I was still busy reveling and enjoying that evaluation. I thought it was going to go on and on forever. Wow, Toastmaster Fumi Amotosho, you are a genius. Ladies and gentlemen, now it is time to bring members of my team. Oh, I should be asking the timekeeper if we're doing well. Perhaps timekeeper wants to give us an exceptional report about how we are doing. Toastmaster Kudus Adebayo, how are we doing so far with time?
Yes, we are doing well so far. This is currently 11:50. We may end a little bit above 12, but we are doing well so far. I think apart from the change of guard that we spent 1 minute beyond time, I think every other person has really kept to time. Thank you very much.
Wow, that was beautiful. That was prompt. That was entrancing. Thank you, Toastmaster Kudus. We're doing well. Yes, the meat of the day, change of guard, excusable. Toastmaster Fine Sweenan, now it's time to give us the report. Have we done well at all with language today? What about the word of the day? Have we been using it entrancingly?
Wow, thank you very much, distinguished Toastmaster Rashidat. Yes, indeed, we have done quite well. I'm quite impressed. I was expecting to fill my notebook, but I did not. So let's get straight into it. Okay. And in order of appearance is the manner in which I am going to give my evaluation, because it just makes it a whole lot easier for me. Toastmaster Ayobami. I made that mistake by referring to you as Abayomi, so you have to forgive me for that. Maybe it's because I had a crush in secondary school that was Abayomi, but anyway, we move on. Now, it's important for us to note that when we are speaking in public, we must leave some of the slang words that we use when we are in our immediate or in our corners, family and friends, intimate spaces. I noticed that you did use we gonna. Please take note of that. When you are speaking in publicly, please use the correct grammar, which is we are going to, okay? And then you said free time to my hands. The correct expression is free time on my hands. Next, I will be moving to Distinguished Toastmaster and Charter President of Merit Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Abayomi. Now I got that one right. I loved your quote. The only walls that we allow to limit us are the ones around us. And this is so true. I also liked how you used thank you most graciously. I do find that many Toastmasters use thank you very kindly. Sometimes you have to move beyond the limitations of your vocabulary bank. Let's get more adverbs in as we move along our pathways of improving our pronunciations and whatnot. Distinguished Toastmaster Stéphane, merci beaucoup. Thank you so much for your speech, your goodwill message. I commend you for your use of the English language, because I do know that your first language is French. And I would like to encourage everyone else who's on this platform to please pick up a language so that you can be called to speak at other clubs in French, just the way that I think I have also done with Le Club Multilingue here in Lagos. Moving on, Toastmaster Craig, our Toastmaster of the day. Just shy of using the word of the day by one, which is 7. You used the word of the day 7 times. That is not a walk in the park, which was also another expression that you used. So thank you very kindly for that. Next, Toastmaster Rashidat, you used the word of the day 6 times. Well done. You also, your quote, I really liked your quote, knowledge is power by Sir Francis Bacon. I really like that. Yes, when you do have knowledge, it does give you a certain level of power. Toastmaster Kudus, our timer of the day. Please let's take note. The pronunciation of the word barrier is barrier, not barrier, because it's a short I sound. It's barrier, not barrier. So please take note. And also, Toastmaster Josephine, our account, I hope I haven't used any pause filler so far. The pronunciation is criticisms, not criticism. So please take note of that. Toastmaster Shankar, thank you so much for that very humorous speech that you gave us today. I love your infusement of our Nigerian slang, wahala. I liked how you also said social media is not safe for any bachelor. Now we all know. So bachelors, please take note. Coach Ayobami, Toastmaster Ayobami, please take note. The pronunciation is access, not assess. It also depends on the context, but here in this case, I believe you meant to say access. And Distinguished Toastmaster Monisola, recognition could be the greatest motivator. Thank you for that quote. And the pronunciation for the word is professionalism, not professionalism. I think that's something that we do a lot in Nigeria. And then the word is soaring, not soaring, which is a long monophthong and gives you the O sound. How am I doing with time? I hope I'm doing well. And then our world champion, Toastmaster Sabiasachi, said, asking for emotional support makes you strong and not weak. I really liked that quotation. And then Distinguished Toastmaster Balraj Arunasalam, I've spent 2 minutes. Okay, I'm going to round up. Step outside, stretch yourself beyond your boundaries. Thank you for reminding us of that. And finally, Toastmaster Ebon, please take note of the pronunciation of the word honored. The H is silent because it's a borrowed French word. So words like air, words like hour. The H is always silent. And that would bring me to the end of my evaluation. Thank you very much. Over to you, distinguished Toastmaster Rashidat.
Anybody still in doubt that once you're attending a Toastmasters event, just be prepared for new learning. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd now like to invite somebody we ordinarily should fare, but well, it appears we are not going to be fearing her this morning. She's just about to tell us how we have done with our verbal crutches. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you again Toastmaster Josephine Agolo, our counter.
Thank you very kindly, Madam Chief Evaluator, the very distinguished Toastmaster Rashidat Saliu Bello, and jolly good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're joining us from. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. You will agree with me that it's been an entrancing meeting with speakers, speaking with so much poise and panache, and actually made my work difficult.
Wow.
As today's accountant, my role was to listen carefully to filler words and sounds such as repeated words, and the verbal crushes, and even the uninvited entrance into our speeches and presentations.
Wow.
This report is not for those who actually spoke, it's for everyone who are on this call today to try and infuse whenever we have the opportunity to speak. Now, for my observation for today, Toastmaster Chaka, our speaker for today, he used so repeatedly, okay. Overall, it was quite controlled and only a minor entrance or filler sounds here and there. Toastmaster Sabia Sashi, I hope I pronounced this word correctly. Several filler sounds were noted, including I, R, it is. I encourage him to be mindful of those pauses to prevent fillers from entering into his speeches as we allow ourselves and our messages to flow beyond boundaries. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters and guests, remember, filler sounds actually make an invited entrance when we rush and overthink. The magic word would be practicing deliberate golden pauses while we speak. It will make us deliver our messages clearly, confidently, powerfully as we go across boundaries. Any boundaries are that. And it's back to you, a very ebullient, energetic, and entrancing chief evaluator, the very distinguished Toastmaster Rashidat Saliu Bello.
Wow, your passion is infectious. Our counter, I know that we all will always remember whatever it is you are telling us today. We won't do it again when it comes to verbal crutches. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Josephine Agolo. Now is the hour of reckoning. No, I mean the minute or the time of reckoning, because this is when we are now going to be able to decide whether truly we were here or we were not. Ladies and gentlemen, the person who likes to look for Asian martini, who likes to do karaoke singing, and who is a, XYZ expert. Okay, not casino. Well, yes, casino. Toastmaster David Lee.
Thank you, Madam, pardon me, General Evaluator, hello. It is your turn to unmute your microphone to participate in this quiz. It is a test, and the commonalities of the test and the quiz is there are 4 letters, and 4 is your perfect score today. Kindly unmute to participate. The first question is, name the person who said the word scintillating. 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 Scintillating was the word that was scintillating was the word that I heard. Does anybody recall the speaker on stage that said this word?
Master Josephine Agolo.
That might be true. However, an endless echo was also used in this stage time. It was the poetry title of Beyond Boundaries. Michelle was the answer. Correct. Who won the True Grit Award today?
Our president was Master Ebudame.
That is correct. The quote, "It's my marriage, let me find the girl." The speaker was? Yes, and the speech title of that stage time was?
Marriage proposal.
ERP. Very good. ERP versus marriage proposal. And the final question is a 3-part answer. As we heard about emotional support, who were the right people, having the right people in your life, there were 3 people that were mentioned. Who were those 3 people?
Mentor. You need a mentor.
They were the mentors, yes. Who were they?
Emotional supporter.
And the past champion. To take care of your logistics.
Past world champion, and who was that?
Damn.
Very long name.
Cyril Dim Jr. Cyril Dim Jr. The second, the club president, was?
Very difficult.
Naomi. And the person, a former world champion from 1995, was?
Danjaya.
Mark Brown, 1995. And he encourages you to find your group of supporters. Those are all the questions of the Quizmaster today. Back to you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow.
David, she said jam questions.
Hey, we're probably not going to get admission.
To get distinction, you got all the answers.
we're going to rate us. Perhaps, well, I believe we would have scored like 75%. Well, who knows? Who knows?
It's beyond boundaries.
In Toastmasters, we don't feel,
boundaries. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Now we really need to wrap up, because I can confidently tell you that today we went beyond breaking glass ceilings. We actually went beyond boundaries. I'm sure we must have entranced our attendees in no small way. The meeting started right on time. As a matter of fact, I loved how we started with the red carpet and with the commentaries running by Toastmaster Valentine, Obai, and Toastmaster Val. Well, Loveth Valadinu. I think I must say kudos to both of them for that. And the swift movement to the next item, when international president was not cited immediately, I must commend that. All intros were beautiful today, and the roles were very well filled. I love that poem by Amazon Toastmaster, intending Toastmaster Michelle, that's 12-year-old lady, and that entertaining speech by Toastmaster Shankar Naidu almost got me forgetting that I am supposed to be evaluating today's meeting. The photo shoot was even conducted with some kind of humor by Toastmaster Yobani Tolagbe. I love that. Charter President was so respectful to have been the one to introduce dignitaries from the international space. and also from the districts. Thank you so much for introducing our district director as the international president. Toastmaster of the day, you are such a brilliant compare, telling us about the history of Toastmaster and continuously filling us with the agenda of the day. There's nobody who would have attended today's meeting and would be lost. Invitation and the speech of the world champion of public speaking was beautifully done and related to us. For my team members, timekeeper, you are so accurate, you are so sweet, you are so proud, and I love that. Language evaluator, so detailed, deeply insightful, teaching us, and we're getting quite a from all the new things that you were able to relate to us. Our counter, ever so highly spirited and rewarding. And Quizmaster, now I know that you are telling us we also have to continue to move a bit higher on our listening skills, and that was beautiful. And I also believe that you have been so generous with your time, waking up in the middle of the night at your location to attend today's meeting. Introduction of special guest was beautifully done, and I also love how the past international president himself was able to give us nuggets. Yes, division director, yeah, it's obvious that you are a master of that game installation. You did it so skillfully and so beautifully. Our division director, our district director, Toastmaster Stefan and Cecil, mine from this side is more or less like envy. I wish I could speak French the way you speak English, and you gave us very, very, very deep things to take away from your speech and opening. Toastmaster Fumi Omotosho, as always, hallmark of good evaluation, encouraging the speaker to come back once again, even when you are telling us what the speaker has done well enough. On the whole, I should be giving evaluation, but I was enjoying myself so thoroughly. At one point in time, I think I must have forgotten to find out and report on things that were not beautifully done. Please pardon me. I am still struggling, but if anybody sees anything that was not beautifully done, please point it out. For me, I've just enjoyed myself so much that I didn't see anything. Okay, did I? Well, pardon me. Back to you, Toastmaster Craig Asawadi, Toastmaster of the Day. Do we still have Toastmaster of the Day here? Toastmaster of the Day, please take control. I'm done with my evaluation, and I'm happy to have been given the opportunity to evaluate today. Ladies and gentlemen, do we still have Toastmaster of the Day? Perhaps the gremlins have got hold of him. While we are busy waiting for him, I'd like to invite the Change of Guard chairman, Toastmaster Razak Odejayi, past president, to start with his vote of thanks. Or is that Toastmaster Craig Asawadi? Or am I the one who is not in the meeting? Okay.
Ma'am, you are in the meeting.
Toastmaster Razak.
Yeah, with us. Yeah, with us.
You are there. You are
Okay.
here.
Take it
Thank
from here.
you very kindly, Madam Mentor. I must commend you for that entrancing session of your evaluation. Well done to you and your team. So just before our Toastmaster of the Day comes back, I would like to appreciate everyone for being part of this event. It's as we bring this to a close now, I must express my heartfelt gratitude to each member of the Change of Guard Planning Committee. Your dedication and selfless service brought us this far. Thank you. Beyond boundaries is not just a thing. To me, it's a life hack. This event is a success only because some people literally went beyond boundaries. And I'm immensely grateful for you all. To our special guest of honor, our keynote speaker, our club leaders, chapter president, and his lovely wife, every role player, club members, and guests, thank you for being part of this milestone. Congratulations to all the awardees and our newly installed leaders. May your tenure be filled with growth, learning, and success beyond imagination. We wish you all the best in your tenure. Thank you all. And even though in the euphoria of breaking beyond boundaries, I think we have gone beyond the boundary of our time. Apologies for that. But however, I wish that we continue to grow beyond boundaries. Thank you very much. This event is now officially over, and I'd like to, I don't know if our Toastmaster of the day is back, but if he's not, I would like to really appreciate him because we can all agree that he did an entrancing job today. Please, Mr. Craig is here. Please join me to give him a jazz hand like this. Our Toastmaster of the day. Very well done too.
With a new heart. A new heart.
Very well done.
Thank you. Thank you most graciously, our immediate past president. In the spirit of...
Is it gone again?
What happened? Let's see.
Oh my God.
No, but it's still there. Yeah.
Let's continue to use our voice and our zeal and our energy to stretch beyond boundaries. Thank you all most kindly. Our Vice President of Membership is going to interact right off the bat with our guest. If you've been our guest since the ceremony commenced, please, our VPM is going to communicate with you right off the bat. Please don't go away. So thank you all most kindly, and it's over to you, our Vice President of Membership, Toastmaster Ahmed Omar.
Good afternoon, everybody. For those of us in Nigeria and for our guests who came in from Sri Lanka, I think it should be almost about 6:15 p.m. now, or 6:45 p.m. And for those in other parts of the world, maybe I say good evening or good morning. See, I've been so submerged in the activities of today that I'm down below in the ocean. I'm using my periscope to begin to look for the guests that we have, and it's so challenging, but I'm going beyond boundaries to be able to find out the guests we have in-house. Please, if you're a guest, we'll welcome you to today's event. And you know, in Toastmaster, we cherish our time and we cherish our guests. So if you are a guest in the house today, can you just indicate you're on mute? You introduce yourself, your name, and what is driving your passion to become a member of Toastmasters. If you can also add who invited you. Please, if you're a guest, can you kindly unmute your microphone and address the distinguished Toastmasters and Toastmasters that are here on the call. Do we have any guests in the house?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, you're welcome.
My name is Olapeju Araiso. I was invited by Mrs. Aye. I can't get the name. Aye Jumoju. Thank you. Aye Jumoju. And I've been on her WhatsApp health platform for some time. But when I got this invitation, I know it's going to be an entrancing experience. And so it did turn out. I'm grateful for the experience shared today. And I look forward to future engagement on this platform. Thank you.
Welcome. Just drop your number on the chat or complete where's a form. Fill the form and I'll get back to you personally, I promise.
I've already done that while the program was ongoing.
Thank you graciously. Any other person in the house that is visiting us for the first time, a guest? Hello, any other person? Meg Adeyemi.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
It's good afternoon. It's good to be here amongst the Merit Toastmasters. And I've thoroughly had a nice time learning. So this is not my first time, it's my second time. And just as I said, I'm looking forward to, before the last time, that I'm looking forward to joining the Merit Toastmasters Club so that I can have a better understanding of how they all operate, the modus operandi is. But I'm glad that I'm learning. I've learned a new word today. Entrancing, indeed. Thank you.
Okay, have you filled our attendance register?
For today?
Yes.
No, I haven't seen anything like that.
There's a form. There's a form on the chat.
Okay, is it the one that says kindly take a moment to fill this?
Yes.
Okay, I'll do that right away.
Okay,
thank you, sir.
I'll get back to you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Peju, are you a Toastmaster or you're visiting us?
Oh, I'm just visiting. And
Yes,
this is actually, this will be my second time. The first time was when I also got invitation from a friend, and I attended a physical meeting at GRA Ikeja behind that country club. That was a long time ago. So when I saw this invitation, I thought, well, it won't harm anybody to listen in, but it's been beautiful. It's been beautiful, and it's a time well spent indeed.
You're welcome. If you don't mind, we'll hold your hand and walk together. This is where
that would be nice.
Yes, this is where leaders are made. Fill in the form. I'll personally get back to you. We'll take it from there.
Yeah, okay. I've already filled the form, like I said earlier.
I will get back to you. Thank you, Peju.
You're welcome.
Ayo, are you a guest or a Toastmaster? Ayo Afuakbe. Hello, Ayo. Duni Olashia. Okay, hello, Ayo.
That's our DTM, sir. That's our DTM.
Our DTM and mother of mentors, and yes, that's DTM.
Okay, sorry, I can't see the. Okay. Any other guests? Jude, are you a Toastmaster? Hello?
Is a guest.
Jude Vetus.
Joanna and I ate popcorn.
Hello, Jude, can you hear me? Okay, I'm just going through the
This will be his third time as a guest. Okay, his mic is unmuted.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone.
Yeah.
Hello.
Go ahead, we can hear you.
Yes,
okay, my name is Jude. Yes, my name is Jude. I've been, I think this should be my third time of attending the meeting as a guest. I was invited by Coach Ayobami Atolagbe, who is the Vice President Education for the next year of leadership. Delighted to be here. I've been massively impacted by the distinguished personalities, their speeches, their comments, and then to it's impressive to know that something like this is happening across the globe, and I'm getting to be immersed in what is happening, and I hope to be a full member of the Toastmasters Club. Thank you so very much for your time, sir.
Okay, I will get back to you, and then we will take the mentoring from there, or we assign you an ambassador, so that maybe the next time you're joining our meeting, you are a Toastmaster. No more.
Thank you so much. It would be nice, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Am I missing anybody out? If you invited anybody and I've not called them, please join me in introducing them.
Thank you, sir. So I was trying to unmute myself when you called.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, we can hear you. If you're trying to speak, please. Is this Ayo Afuape? You can speak. We would like to get to know you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Okay, we're speaking so that we can.
This is Rokiat, yes. This is my first time here, and I'm glad to be here. I was introduced by the Ministry of Information and Strategy. That's from my ministry. So it was through the ministry I got to know about Toastmasters International. So I'm hoping to learn more and to improve myself here. Thank you so much.
Okay, have you filled the register?
Yes, I have, sir. I have.
Okay, we'll get back to you. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Is the right name Rafiat or Debe?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're most welcome.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you, sir.
Are we missing any other person?
I think we have an Odebe Rafiat.
She's the one who just spoke now.
Just spoke.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We are going beyond boundaries.
Okay.
But in the absence of any other guest, I will hand over control to the Toastmaster of the day. Hello, is the Toastmaster of the day on call?
Thank you, Toastmaster Ahmed. The meeting is officially over.
Yeah.
It's nice to meet our guests. We hope that we will become family as expected. Okay, our Toastmaster of the day is still on the call.
Well, the meeting is already over, isn't it? Absolutely. Let's continue to move and stretch beyond boundaries.
Well done, Toastmaster Craig. That was an entrancing performance, if I put it that way. And Toastmaster Razak, I like this.